Hello everyone, this is Nija. This is episode 3 on Resonant Rise, playing on the Blockenpox server. And this is going to be the final episode. We're going to switch to the crack pack pretty soon here. Okay, I've done quite a bit since last episode. First thing, since I'm just looking at it right now, is the portal to the promised land up there. Now I made this because I wanted to have Eternal Day, so I could put the salination tower there to be producing all the time. Because otherwise, here it wasn't. It kept running out of the stuff. Yeah, it kept running out of this stuff. The hydrogen chloride. Because, you know, it was running out of brine to produce this. And so I have that producing all the time. Let's see, I made a lot of changes in my base. Like I made the assembly table with all the lasers up here. This was to make the QuarryPlus stuff. I made a QuarryPlus. I made one of these Laser Plus. You can see it holds quite a bit more energy. Only made one of those though. Okay, the QuarryPlus. Let's take a look at this real quick. All right, so this is how you make the QuarryPlus. In the assembly table, you put quarry. Couple diamond chip sets, so it's not actually too much more expensive than the quarry itself, so it's pretty cool. I'm gonna kind of miss this in the crack pack. This will cause server lag though, so it is pretty good about preventing certain types of lag, but yeah, it's just destroying so many blocks per second that it's gotta have some stress on the server. So in that way it won't miss it, but let me show you where I quarried out. Let's go. I'm gonna go fly out there real quick and I'll be right back. Okay, we've arrived. This is what the QuarryPlus can do. You see on the mini map there just a big giant square. And it does this pretty quick. It requires a lot of energy, and I actually had to upgrade my power input, and I will show you what I did in a moment. But yeah, this is I did the maximum size quarry, which is like 256 by 256. And if you're standing in the middle of this, it takes a while just to. Okay, so it's pretty much fully loaded in. Yeah, you can see the giant area that this thing covers. Pretty amazing. It moves so fast you could barely run as fast as this thing quarries out. And I'll run one real quick to show you guys how fast it is. Yeah, I'll go put it over top of a dungeon. Alright, so we've arrived at the location. I'm gonna quarry out this dungeon right here real quick. It's a little cheaty, but there's no real limits on cheatiness we have here. It's not exactly an exploit or anything, but you know, it's a lot easier than going through and killing all the mobs in here. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I wouldn't do this on a server if everybody was, you know, playing a lot and stuff, but right now it's just me and Coops, and Coops knows we're going to reset pretty soon. I don't know why I'm making this platform out that far. I just need a small platform to set the quarry up on. And this will be for the portal. There we go. And there's something I forgot. Need a redstone torch. Okay, so the QuarryPlus, you need to set up these marker pluses, and these are a little expensive, so it's good not to lose these. And one thing that's really good about the QuarryPlus is it actually, if you have a chest next to the quarry right when it starts, it will pick these up automatically. And as you can see, the lasers go out quite a bit further, so you can so you can cover the maximum area. Okay, so let's go find the edge of this thing. And it would be nice if it was daytime. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go back home and sleep real quick here. This is kind of annoying. Oh, and I changed I put these inverted sky blocks to make it so it looks like you're sleeping under the sky. That you can tell what time of day it is when you're inside, because otherwise, I don't know. You feel cooped up after a while if you don't have any windows or no view to the outside, and you can't tell, you know, what time of day it is or anything. And it just looks cool. Okay, daytime. Let's return. Okay, I'm not going to make the maximum size. We don't need that right now. Let's make it just that big. Okay, and we'll put the other one right about there. I'm getting a little bit of server lag. Been having a little bit of trouble with the server lately. It's been crashing, and it doesn't really give a good crash report. I'm not sure exactly what's going on. It may just be the host, and I think for the next server we're actually switching hosts, and we're going with probably the best, maybe the best host out there. I'm not sure. It's hard to know, like, when you're reading reviews for hosts, like who the best host really is, because a lot of them kind of make their own advertising or their own reviews. So yeah, it's hard to know what reviews to trust, if any. Okay, all right, let's I'm gonna put the chest down right away so it just grabs these torches when I put it down. All right, and okay, we're gonna put the pump plus right there. The power we'll have on the other side, so I need to set some more dirt blocks on this side. And you can't put the power just right next to it, so yeah, you gotta have an actual cable in between, because it won't directly connect to the QuarryPlus. Okay, and here we'll set the pump plus down right away, I guess. Okay, but before I set this down, we got to make sure we have actually enough power, and that is kind of in question here, because the way my power is set up right now, when the server resets, it actually kills the automation on my power. So goodness. Okay, we're good on power. I set up these capacitor banks from Ender.io, and this is a multi-block structure, so you can make this pretty much as big as you want. I think there must be a maximum, but I'm not sure exactly what it is. But I use this because it uses the power monitor more accurately with the redstone output here. Like the so when this thing is like down to 5%, and I think it includes the conduits too. Like it includes these two things for storage. So when it gets down to 5%, it gives a redstone signal, and redstone signal goes up here. I will show you. And it turns my big reactor on. And I have the big reactor hooked up to a turbine. Okay, at first I had this cooled with a liquid, which liquid ender pearls is actually one of the best. And there's also another one that's technically better, but it doesn't seem to actually have the same output. I guess it's more fuel efficient or something. I don't know. The gelid, what is it called? I'll search it up real quick. This stuff, the gelid cryothium bucket, or gelid cryothium. And to make that, you need this stuff, the cryothium dust, and put it in a magma crucible to make the liquid form of it. You need snowball, saltpeter. I have plenty of this stuff, and blizz powder. There's a couple ways to make. Yeah, you can get it from this blizz rod. I'm not sure exactly where that comes from. If there's a mob or something that you have to kill for that. In any case, this is how I was making it. Redstone, put it in a magma crucible, fluid transposer, and put it on a snowball to make the blizz powder. But this stuff, when you put it inside here, like you want to put it on, you want to put one block next to each like face of the rods, the control rods or whatever you call them. But yeah, I was using the liquid ender pearls, and it would make 18,000 RF per tick, and it turns on pretty much instantly. The way I have this set up right now, though, with the coolant ports, this makes steam. Yeah, as soon as you put the coolant ports on, you're making steam. And okay, so you need two coolant ports, one for the output and one for the water input. Now, if you want to maximize this system, you're going to need massive quantities of water, so much that I think it causes like a lot of server lag. I have these speed upgrades in here. I think there's something better than this actually. Like let's see, I didn't notice this until after I had already made all these. Okay, this stack upgrade, I want to try this out in the next pack. We could try it out here, but it's, this is the end right here though. We're not going to run the server any more than this, so I'm just going to leave it the way it is. But yes, as you can see, when the server resets, it cuts the connection right here. So I'm not sure what the solution to this would be. I'm not sure if this is something that's just is going to happen every time the server resets and there's no pipes that are going to stay connected. But these mechanical pipes from Mechanism actually seem really good, because it doesn't seem like there's a volume limit on them. If there is, it's insanely high, because this is producing 40 buckets of water per second. Yeah, so it's quite a bit. Or 2 per tick. So there's 2 times 20 ticks per second. Yeah. It's not quite making that much, but it's possible to make that much. Like right now it's 1.7 buckets per tick. Okay, so let's go ahead and replace all these, get all the connections going again. Alright, so this is on. for some reason. So it was kind of wasting fuel. That's okay. The server was down though because it was crashed. I had to actually reset it from the host. This stays connected, like the actual power connection, but I'm gonna redo it anyway, just so you guys can see that it's connected to the power port. And this one stays connected too. I don't know why. Yeah, this is the only connection that stays. And this is actually just outputting condensed steam, like you know, it goes back into water, so you get a little bit more water back from what this thing is producing as waste. Okay, yeah, for this thing runs on Yellorium. I've got plenty of that. Let me show you with the ME system. Yeah, you can see it right here. I had almost 10,000. I used about 300 recently, and it produces this. It looks like this. Let's okay, the cyanide. I think that's what you call it. There's a way to reprocess it. There's a way to reprocess this into this stuff, and you need this plutonium to make this block right here, the turbine controller. So you kind of need the waste product from this to make this. But technically, you can make it with Yellorium and sand. Yeah, let me show you here. Yeah, so you can make it like this too. So you don't technically even have to make a reactor. Okay, so yeah, if you have another way of producing steam, you don't even need a big reactor. All you need to do is make one of these things, which there's a very, very expensive part to this, and I will show you right here. Okay, it's gonna stop this thing dead in its tracks, but Enderium blocks. This is one of the best materials you can use for it. There are some better, I think. It involves other mods though, so I don't know. This is the best I could make right here with the machines that I have. So yeah, tons and tons of Enderium. I'd say for each ring that I have here, the 4 stacks of rings, so eight blocks, it's like so six stacks of Enderium ingots that I had to make for this, at least that much. So it's pretty expensive, but the power output this thing has is crazy good. It's not getting any. Okay, so I'm going to turn this thing on, and we're going to let it build up power. And this thing, when it gets up to 1800 RPM, as you can see here, is speed of the rotor in revolutions per minute. Rotor performs best at 900 or 1800 RPMs, and if you leave it above 1800 RPMs for too long, yeah, it says speeds over 2000 RPM are overspeed and may cause the turbine to fail catastrophically. So I'm not sure if it explodes or just breaks. I don't think I want to really test that out. And maybe I'll do it in creative or something, just to watch what happens. But okay, I'm gonna let this thing run. I'll get more into how to tune this thing in the next world for sure. I'll show you guys the details on how this stuff works. And yeah, you need a certain amount of blades for the input that you're getting. Okay, so now that you guys have seen how I'm getting the power for this thing, let's go ahead and run it. Let's set it down. Should make the frame really fast, and it grabbed all the markers so I don't have to fly over and get them, which was always something that annoyed me. It should go to maximum speed, I would think. I don't think there's much of a limit to the amount of power that this thing can put out now. Could be wrong about that. But yeah, you can see it's gaining power. And look how fast this thing is. It is crazy, crazy fast. And let's go down here and just watch it do its thing a little bit. And it's nighttime again, of course. Grabbing a bunch of fence. And there's a visual glitch. Like it shows it here, but you can tell where it actually is by the breaking blocks. Yeah. It's starting to break down the roof. Thing is, it doesn't kill the enemies inside here, so might drop some bombs on them. This thing is so crazy fast too. Like if there's a space, it just jumps over it. It doesn't take the time to actually run over empty space. So it's insanely efficient. And when it gets to water, it actually creates these to hold back the water from flowing in. And we'll see it do that in a minute here. Okay, there it goes. So it just blocks the water off and pretty much instantly grabs all the water, and yeah, keeps doing its thing. Got a lot of bad guys building up here. Once we get a big pile of them, I'm gonna throw just a ton of grenades. Kill them all. Should be fun. Okay, but I'm gonna let this thing continue doing its thing, and I'm gonna go show you some of the other things we've got going on here, things that I've worked on. I was getting radio stations. This is Cinemix, so it's like music from movies and stuff. I'm not going to play anything because it may flag my video for, you know, content copyright infringement or something like that. But yeah, you can see the stations that I have. These are like internet radio stations, and this is it. I mean, it doesn't have any more than this. You change that in the configs though. I think it's called not enough codecs or something that allows you to add the more stations to it, I think, or open codecs maybe, I don't know. Got some more open sky blocks here, and this right here is actually you see me looking at the frames in the Walia or whatever. It's a portal frame from Enhanced Portals. Let me go put the glasses on for this, actually, and let me switch from the bomb. Okay, now if you wear these glasses, you can see what the blocks are. Okay, so this is the module manipulator, network interface. Let me see. Okay, and there's a wrench that you can use to, or yeah, I guess any wrench works on it. But I have a couple modules I put in here This silences the portal, so it doesn't make that annoying portal noise that drives most people crazy. And then this one says that it's going to be facing south when you come out of the portal, so it'll face me the correct direction when I come out. And if we turn it on, you can see I have it red too. Okay, and one thing that allows you to change the appearance of the portal, let's take a look at this. It's the nano brush, yeah. I was trying to think of the name while I was grabbing it. I knew it was nano something. Okay, but you just left click on it and you can change the portal color. These are the particles that the portal makes, and you can select it right here. And for the portal itself, you can put pretty much any block here and disguise it as some other block. So yeah, let's grab something else. Copper blocks. Let's have it disguised as that. So copper blocks. Anyhow, it's the setup for this is a little bit involved. It's kind of expensive too. There's like a lot of diamonds that go into this. And you have to power it with RF. So you need one of these guys, dimensional bridge stabilizer, and you put cards in here and you link it to your network interface. I think it is the, what is it? Yeah. Anyway, you right click the card on one of these guys, I forget which one, but to link it up to your power. So but see, when you go through this, because it goes to the nether, it gives me a little bit of poison effect for a second here, as you can see. And that's a weird bug. I don't know why I fall through the ground every time I go through a portal. That was actually happening when I logged in, and I was at bedrock level, so I was falling through the world and dying when I first started this map. I was not very happy about that because I lost all my stuff a couple times in a row because of that bug. But since we had a Mistcraft, I added some books here too, just to get back to people's places. So this is kind of like a nexus, or another hub, I guess you could say. So let's go back home. Oh yeah, that's a bug I noticed. If you click on one of these book stands with the Baconator, you lose the book temporarily. See, now it popped back into my inventory, so at least I can actually get back to it. A little buggy, but we're not going to have we're not going to have Darkcraft in the next pack, so might miss that a little bit. But then again, it's pretty overpowered, so it's gonna feel a little more fair, I think, because the mobs are a little more difficult, and we're gonna have more weapons, so we can do a little more PvP if we feel like it. Might set up like an arena or something for that though, because we only have a few guys, and a few guys playing at any one time, maybe 4. So not a lot of fairness, I guess, with the battles. I mean, it would be cool if we had like, 10 guys or something like that battling each other all at once, but don't have that many active members of the server so far. Maybe in the future we will. I really didn't do too much more with the pit. I kind of cleared out some of it with the filler, just so it looks, it's not like a big square going down. It actually looks like a circle, except for there I didn't do. But I think that's all I'm going to do with it. If we were spending a lot more time, I'd figure out a purpose for the pit of doom. But for right now, it's just going to go unfinished. This was my Mistcraft station here. Okay, I kind of lost some footage there. I ran out of hard drive space, and DxTory doesn't have like some kind of alarm. It just stops, and very silently, it just quietly stops doing its thing, which is very, very frustrating sometimes. Wish there was a better option than, you know, either Fraps or DxTory. They both don't seem to have the just simple tools that would really help out with a YouTuber. Like for one, a record timer would be awesome. Just something built into the software. I mean, you can have a timer outside of, you know, the recording, but it would be nice if it like corresponded to your, you know, record and stop record buttons. So anyhow, okay, the quarry has done its thing. It's blocking the water off with these with the frames up here, and that prevents a lot of server badness, I think. And we've got a lot of mobs here. It's not taking care of the mobs, so I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna throw some grenades. These grenades suck a little bit, I think. They're only doing, yeah, they're doing very minimal damage. But it's hurting all of them, so it'd be nice if we can get them all in one little tiny area. That'd be cool. Let's just throw these things all over the place. Some of them are getting launched back at me, but that's okay. I can take it. And there's that stack. Come on, let's see if we can kill some of these guys. Well, those grenades don't really do the trick. I don't think I killed too many of those guys. Let's go grab some bombs. The Darkcraft bombs. Let's see. Bon? No, not bomb. Bon. Alright, how do you make these? Fire charges, golden power source. I don't think we have any fire charges. Let's make a few of these. Golden power source, really? Okay. Okay, there we go. Let's go throw some bombs. I'm not sure if we can throw these from, if we could just place them like that. Oh yeah, we can. Boom. Yeah, it's got a good effect to it. Boom. Yeah, I like that a little better. Getting some unwanted item drops here. Very nice. We'll let them build up a little more. What is this right here? I got some stuff from mariculture. It's coral? Oh, okay. I haven't seen that before. Or I've seen it from a distance, but yeah. Okay, so I did improve my my system here a little bit for automatically processing the ores and stuff. Oh, we got some iron. Where did we get this from? We got osmium. Let's see. Okay, I made multiple of these machines here, like the chemical washer, because before I just had one each, and they're very slow because you can't put upgrades in them. At least at this point you can't see. So you just need multiple of these machines to work, and since I ran the QuarryPlus on that maximum size area, the 256 by 256, it took about a week and a half to process all that stuff through this system right here. It did get stuck, and I don't get on here like, you know, multiple times a day. I'm just like on in the morning a lot of times, and that's it. So yeah, it gets stuck like this. Like there's just a really small amount that it can't process anything more, so it can't move on to the next. It can't move on to the next thing until you hit the clear button. See, now it moves on to osmium. So that's one of the things that's not fully automated about this system, and don't think I'm gonna use it again. Since this is so slow, yeah, I probably the most I would go with is the ore quadrupling, the four times. So this is the most I would do right here. Put the ores straight in here instead of the crystals. But yeah, I have the salination tower in the promised land, so it's producing brine all day long instead of cooling off overnight. And I have the excess brine filling up tanks right here, and I also have a space for it in my ME system. So 570 buckets I have in there, and this is the cards you use for it. And also with the extra cells mod, there are bigger cards that you can put in besides the 64K. This is the next level up from it, which is the 256K. I think there's like 4 levels above this too, or maybe 3, something like that. So you can store a ton of stuff in here, and I'll show you. Yeah, 125,000 iron, and yeah, just got a lot of stuff. Some of this I have in deep storage, just the things that are most abundant. Okay, over this way, I wanted to make an auto spawner for villagers to. I wanted to get all the radio stations. I thought there were a lot more options with the radio stations, but yeah, so made the auto spawner. Have the grinder over there. The graphic for the grinder doesn't turn off when you actually turn it off with the redstone signal. In any case, you go down here and put your Safari net in. Not the greatest system, but it worked for my purposes. Oh yeah, and to go in and kill the stuff, you would just use the elevator like this. In any case, yeah, I used copper blocks and obsidian with the chisel. Looks pretty nice. Spent a little bit of time with this. I don't know. I just used the filler to fill up all the spaces here, so didn't take as long as it really looks. Can always use the builder's wand too. Yeah, but that's it for my base. Mountain, he worked on a little bit of stuff. He didn't record. Show you guys real quick. Yeah, look at that. Made a giant like spaceship. Well, maybe not giant, but it's pretty cool. He was gonna do. He's going to smooth out all the edges with the carpenter's wedge. And but yeah, I know he's comfortable having me show this because he's not going to record any more episodes on here. He's waiting for the next pack. Very cool. Very cool. This it's a little bit small inside, so I think he talked about making a bigger base in the next one. Very cool, very cool. I'm not sure if I showed these in the last episode, but there's a lighting that we have here. It's from Greg's lighting mod. I'm not sure if it's the same Greg as Greg Tech, but let me show you guys. These lights are pretty amazing. These things right here, these floodlights. This is pretty much the whole mod itself right here. These floodlights, but you can see why. It lights this entire area up. Like, it goes out 64 blocks, and yeah, it affects the blocks right here, this light. So very good things. And yeah, so you can kind of see it better, I guess, right here, because there's no additional lights besides the floodlights in here. So this lights up the whole area all the way to this wall. I kind of wish we would have this in the next one. Could add it, I don't know. Then again, I kind of wanted to make it to where it's just easy for everybody to update and everything, so I think I'm just going to stick with the standard crack pack. I'm going to make some server side changes to it. Like, I think the power suit is kind of something that really takes the fun out of the game a little bit. It's cool if you want to just build or something, but for combat and things like fall damage and stuff, it just gets rid of all the danger in the game. So any danger that you add to the game with mobs and stuff, as soon as you have the power suit, the danger's gone. Or not gone, but it's pretty much not as much of a threat as it would be otherwise. With any other armors, it's not really, doesn't compare, man. This thing just negates most damage. Let's say 99% of it. So I'm taking out everything except for the pants and the power glove, or the power fist, I should say. No, the helmet too. Yeah, we can use the helmet, the pants, and the fist. But I'm taking out the railgun. We'll have guns though, so yeah. Because if you have the railgun, it's kind of like better than most guns. So yeah, no railgun. Okay, I want to test something out real quick here. Let's see if I put. Oh, okay. So putting a lever. I don't know if just placing the lever was enough to make a block update, but okay. You know what? I'm gonna reset the server. I'm gonna see if this redstone signal, like, see how it gets rid of the connection. I'll see if this is able to, like, reconnect everything. So I will be right back. Okay, and we're back, and as expected, it is disconnected. Let's see if this resets it. It does. So we can automate this for sure. You can, so we could put like a wireless signal that pulses every so often, like every minute or something, or every few minutes, so it would reset all of my connections here. But I think for now I'm just going to make some switches, or levers. Lever switches. Oh, actually, buttons would do the trick too. Let's yeah, let's make a few buttons. Okay, so there we have it. So yeah, it's a problem, but a problem that's fairly easy to fix with a redstone signal. So I could just put, you know, I could put a bunch of these next to it and have it pulse every so often, so it could survive a server reset. Either that, or if we could somehow detect the reset. I don't know though. I don't know if that's possible. I think the power's fine though. Yeah, power stays connected. Just these pipes here. Okay, but I'm gonna call that an end to this episode and an end to the season. Next time you guys see Blockenpox, it will be the crack pack. And Resonant Rise has been fun. I'd say it's a pack more geared towards like people who want to just mess with the technology and don't want to really be bothered by mobs as much, because it doesn't really add any difficulty to, besides like the Ender expansion. Like if you want to be challenged, you can go ahead and face bosses here, but I'd say it's more of a technology mod pack. The crack pack seems to take like kind of the best of the mods from this pack and adds some weapons mods and some PvP stuff that I think is geared a little more towards multiplayer. So it's been fun playing Resonant Rise, but all good things come to an end, and I don't know, I'm looking forward to the crack pack. And alright, thanks for watching everyone. I will see you next time. Bye bye.